Hello, my beautiful Aquarians. I'm Helen, and as always, I am really happy that you have decided to join me today. Now, we're going to look at your love life more specifically. We're going to do a love reading. Very exciting stuff. So what I want to look at more specifically is your current energy, your love life's current energy, what you are walking away from, what you are currently focused on in your love life, and what you are walking towards, or what is coming towards you in your love life. So that's what we're going to be looking at in your reading. And if you are not new to my channel, and if you have seen several tarot readings before here on YouTube, then you can just go and skip this intro part and jump straight to the reading. But if you are new, if you are new to my channel, or you just haven't seen too many tarot readings, then just a couple of things to bear in mind. First of all, this is a general reading, which means that not all of the messages are going to apply to every single one of you. Just pick the bits and pieces that you actually feel that do apply to you and leave everything else behind. Don't try and make anything fit forcefully if it doesn't sound like it's something that is going on in your life currently, or you don't actually recognize the story, okay? Also, if you find something that makes you kind of irritated, I want to say agitated and irritated at the same time. So if something is like making you feel negative in any kind of way, you don't have to take that on board, okay? Please always remember that you are the master of your own journey. You have free will. You get to decide what you want to do with these messages, and whether you want to claim them for yourself or not, or whether you want to accept them and do something about them or not, okay? So you always have the power. I am just the messenger, so if you hear something you don't like, you don't have to accept it. And finally, if you find that nothing is really resonating with you in this reading, and this is your sun sign that you're watching, then please go and make sure to check out the rising and moon sign readings as well. Now, if you don't know what your moon and your rising signs are, then you can go in the description box, you can click on the link, create your birth chart, and then you will find out exactly what your moon and your rising signs are, and then you can come back and watch those videos and see if maybe those speak more to you. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to get into the reading part now. So basically what I've done is I've prepared all the decks off camera. If you are interested in any of the decks that I'm using, you can go in the description box and find them all listed there. As I was shuffling, I also tapped into your energy, as I do intuitively, and it was strange. It was strange, I have to say. So basically the first thing that I got was this kind of nausea, or I just got like I just felt a bit sick to my stomach. And as I felt that, I actually got the lyrics from I looked it up because I can remember the name of the song. I got the lyrics from the Coldplay song Amsterdam, if that means anything to you, or if you know the song, or if you don't, even if you don't know the song, I would still recommend going and maybe checking out the lyrics, because I just remembered the part where it says sick to the stomach. And then like that part kept singing in my head, and then I knew the song, and I wanted to look it up and find out what the title of it was, because for some reason I felt that maybe it was important to you, or I had to say it. So it was strange that I got this song playing in my head as I got this nauseous feeling. So again, just check it out. It might mean something to you, or maybe you find something from the lyrics that actually speak to you in some way, or that help you in your current situation. And also, as I was shuffling the Fountain Tarot more specifically. So this is the deck that we're going to be using for getting more information. So as I was shuffling that, the 9 of Coins just flew out, just kind of slid out of the deck as I was shuffling. And yeah, it was the 9 of Coins in the upright position, which is Virgo energy. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Virgo, or you could have prominent Virgo in your own chart. Take it as it resonates. Or you could just be in a very like independent position right now, or just like very self-sufficient, very self-reliant. And what also happened several times, it was the strangest thing, even though as I'm filming this and we are currently in Scorpio season, these readings are timeless, by the way, so whenever you happen to see them, it doesn't matter. The messages can still apply to you, but it was just the strangest thing. Even though we are in Scorpio season, I have not had this for any of the other signs, but for you, I kept wanting to say Scorpio. I kept wanting to, I just kept wanting to say Scorpio instead of Aquarius. So again, take it as it resonates. It could be that you are dealing with a Scorpio, if you have a significant connection with someone, or it could be that you have a strong Scorpio energy in your own chart, or something to do with the Scorpio. So we had Scorpio and Virgo come out, but we'll see what the cards have to say. This was just the intuitive part and everything else that happened as I was shuffling. So yeah, I have no idea what to make of it, or what is making you sick to your stomach. I don't know. It might not have to do anything with the actual reading or with your love life. It might have to do with something else completely, or like another area of your life. So again, take it as it resonates, and if it doesn't, then just disregard it completely. But we're going to get into the cards. So I'm going to start looking into your energy and your love life's current energy. So starting off with your current energy, please show me Aquarius's current energy regarding their love life. Oh. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups with the Lovers in reverse. Ace of Cups being water, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Scorpio, see? It's coming out already. And the Lovers is Gemini energy. So that is your current energy regarding your love life. You know what I get with this? I get this feeling that you want to open up emotionally, or that you want to give your love to someone, but that you don't have anyone to give it to, or that you don't feel like you, you don't see anyone in your vicinity, or you don't know anyone, or it's almost like you have all this love and this affection and care to give, but there's no one to give it to. It's like, yeah, there's no one that you would like to give this to, because even if you have people around you, they might not be someone that you are actually like romantically interested in. Oh, interesting. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse as the underlying energy, which is Virgo energy. So yeah, it's almost like you want to put in the work, but you can't do it because there's no one there to accept your cup. Or if there are people around you, then there's just no one who would actually like match your standards or your frequency. Something like that. Sorry, there's something in my eye and it's kind of driving me nuts. It's making me feel like my eye is getting glued shut. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's look at the energy of your love life. That's very interesting. So please show me Aquarius's current love life. What is the energy of Aquarius's current love life? Okay, and we have two again. Interesting. Oh, stop it. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse as the underlying energy. Gemini had that as well. It's exactly the same thing. Oh, that is so fascinating. Behind that we have the Sun, by the way. So the Seven of Swords is Aquarian energy, your energy, and the Sun is Leo energy. What is going on? It's very, very, very interesting energies that have come through so far. So we have the Moonchild card, which is in reverse. And this is very, very specific to this deck. I'm using the Moonchild Tarot. This is not an actually regular part or a regular card in the traditional tarot. This is part of the major arcana in this specific deck. So that's fascinating. And then we have the Five of Swords in reverse, which is again your energy. More of the Aquarian energy coming through. Interesting. So that's the energy of your love life. I kind of feel like this the sense of distance. Again, almost like you don't yeah, it's like you don't see anyone that you would like to connect to. That's so strange. Like I don't get a necessarily like a bad vibe or a negative vibe with the Five of Swords in reverse and the Moon Child in reverse. It's just more so like it feels really quiet, is what I'm getting, which is strange. But it just feels really quiet. Like I'm not getting too much from these two cards. It's almost like you're keeping very silent, or like you're not actually vocalizing what is going on with you and what it is that you want. It could be that even though you yourself feel like you are so ready, and because this seems very, very like romantic energy to me. Very romantic, very loving, very warm and fuzzy. And then when I look at this energy over here, where the energy that is describing your love life, I kind of get crickets. It's almost like you're not actually sharing with anyone that you want to give your love to someone, or that you are open to any kind of emotional connections, or you're open to new love. Yeah, I want to clarify this because this energy that is talking about your love life is kind of tripping me up. I'm not exactly sure what's going on over here. So let's see what we can find out about. Let me kind of move those up so that you would be able to see them, but then I would have room. Okay. So I want to see what is going on more specifically. So first I'm going to look at what it is that you're walking away from. Please show me what is Aquarius walking away from regarding their love life. What is Aquarius walking away from regarding their love life? Oh, thank you. That was very straightforward. We have Justice, which in this deck is number 8. Justice, which is Libran energy, by the way. That's what you're walking away from. Oh, interesting. And the Emperor, a lot of major arcana, yet again, coming through. And again, we have two, like, okay, so the Moonchild is not like traditional major arcana, but it's still part of the major arcana cards in this deck. So a lot of like, a lot of big energies are at play for every single sign. That's what's been coming through. But the Emperor, that is really interesting. This is what you're coming out. Okay, you know, straight off the bat, what I get with this is that you have been keeping yourself very, like, very rigid, very, okay, maybe rigid is not the right word, but just very, it's almost like you have been very, like, strict with yourself in your, like, composure. You've been very composed. Is that the right word? Like, just... It's like you're very like proper and put together and like very, it's almost like you're very structured. And I know that sounds strange to say to a person or about a person, but it just feels like you've been very like strict or very formal in the way you present yourself. Doing everything as you feel that you should be doing, or being the way that you think people expect you to be, or something like that. But there's not a lot of emotion here. It's almost like a machine. It's I hope it's not coming off like in a bad way. But I get very like, there's very little emotion here. Very, very little, like close to none. It's just very like, it's almost like you know what you have to do. You are doing what you are meant to do. You are following your routine. You're following your structure. And yeah, it's almost like you're running on this like program. It's almost like you're running on this program, and you've completely left out any kind of emotion, because for some reason it's almost like you it's almost like you feel that that has been expected of you to be a certain way, or it has allowed you to be very like very structured, very structured, very like formal, very in place, very secure, very traditional, or like it's so strange. But I feel like it's almost like it's not even a part of you, but it feels almost like it's like outside influences or forces that are making you be this way, or making you feel like you need to be this way, or that there's some kind of like expectations put upon you from the outside that you have been following, but that have not allowed you to that have not allowed you to express your emotions, or to even explore your own emotional scope. But I feel like that's where you are now. That's where you want to that's what you want to express more now, like to bring more emotion into it. Because yeah, I feel like if this is the card that you're letting go of, or that you are leaving behind and walking away from, I feel like it's this it's almost like this very rigid structure, or these very specific rules that you feel that you need to play by, or that some sort of standards that you've needed to uphold. So, okay, this is, I hope I'm making sense to you, because again, to me, this is a bit confusing stuff. But let's see what it is that you are currently focusing on. Please show me what is Aquarius focusing on regarding their love life. Thank you. Oh my God, I love this. We have the Two of Wands, which is Aries energy. Exactly. I feel like you are widening your scope, or like you're actually exploring and you're seeing what the future could hold. But this is Wands. This is very passionate energy. And because your energy is the Cups. Oh yeah. Okay. See, we have the bottom or the underlying energy is the Four of Cups, which is Cancerian energy. So it's almost like you have been kind of, I wouldn't even say unhappy, but just like almost like emotionally completely shut off. And that might sound very dramatic, but I just feel like it's almost as if you haven't allowed yourself to explore your emotions, or to put your emotions out there, or someone else outside of you hasn't allowed you to do that. So again, take it as it resonates. But yeah, the Two of Wands, this tells me that you are focusing on widening your horizons. You are focusing on opening yourself up, seeing what is out there, making plans, just figuring out which way you want to go next. But it indicates some sort of change, some sort of movement, or you're making decisions. You're coming out of this like complete standstill. That's what I feel like you've been in, emotionally speaking, like just a complete standstill, which is actually very similar to the Gemini reading. So yeah, that's, as I said, I feel like certain similarities, especially because the underlying energy is also the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you could be experiencing the same thing, or if this is resonating with you, then you might also want to check out Gemini's reading. But let's see. Okay, I want to see what is coming towards you. Please show me the energy that is coming towards Aquarius regarding their love life. What is coming towards Aquarius regarding their love life? Did something turn over? Yes, it did. Oh, thank goodness. I love this. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. I love when the Five of Cups in reverse is such a great card. We like the Five of Cups in reverse. And underlying energy is the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Five of Cups in reverse is Scorpionic energy, and the Two of Swords is Libran energy. So yeah, I feel like you are coming out of this more melancholy energy, or that's the kind of energy that is moving towards you. And this is like letting go of any grief or any sorrow, any pain, anything like emotionally that has been keeping you drained, or that has made you be in this or stay in this unhappy state. Because again, I feel like maybe you haven't even like acknowledged the state of your love life, it's almost like it's been asleep. It's like it's been asleep, and now you are kind of slowly waking up to it, or you're waking up to this, but oh my God, like I have so much love to give. Why am I not sharing it with anyone? And then at the moment, it feels like you don't really have anyone to share it with, or you're not in a place to share it with anyone. But I feel like you're kind of looking, you're finding ways to widen your horizons and to actually, like how you could make that connection, how you could give your love to someone. Like that seems to be the focus now, widening your horizons and seeing what is out there. And yeah, just walking away from this standstill, or being in this like emotionally very suppressed energy. I love that that's coming through. And also because of the Two of Swords in reverse, it tells me that again, that you are making decisions, you're coming out of this standstill, this just being in complete, almost like analysis paralysis, or like you're not, like you haven't really paid attention to what has been going on in your love life, or what's been going on in your heart space. But I feel like that's about to change. So that's really good. I really like that kind of energy. So I want to clarify as well. I definitely want to look at the energy of your love life, because this Five of Swords in reverse and the Moon Child, as I said, I feel just crickets with this. I feel silence. So I want to find out if I can get more information about this. I definitely want to look at the Two of Wands, because this is very exciting stuff. And I also want to look at the Five of Cups, if we can get any more information about this. So let's start with your love life's current energy. Please clarify the Five of Swords in reverse with the Moon Child. Thank you. Oh, again, Four of Cups. Again, yeah. We have the Lovers, Gemini. It's upright this time. We have the Hermit in reverse, more Virgo energy. Did we have anything else that's... Okay, no. We haven't had any Virgo come out, but anyway. And then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is interesting energy. But yeah, okay, so basically what this is telling me is, and again, because the underlying is the Four of Cups, what this is telling me is that you haven't really paid too much attention to your love life. That the current state of your love life seems to be, again, that there is so much potential here. We have the Lovers upright. There's so much potential. You have so much love to give, right? We had the Lovers come out twice, but it's just that for you, it seems like you're not sharing it with anyone at the moment, and you maybe don't see anyone that you would like to share it with at this time. But that's just like currently, right? This is the current energy, and energies are changing all the time. So yeah, but it's almost like, because we have the Hermit in reverse and we have the Page of Cups in reverse, it's like you haven't gone into that heart space of yours, and you haven't actually explored it. You haven't seen what is there, what is available, what you have to offer, what you have to share, and what it is that you would actually even like to do, emotionally speaking, because the Page of Cups it's in reverse. So I feel like there hasn't been too much focus on your actual love life or your emotional space in general. Yeah, there's just been this like Four of Cups. There's been this standstill, this like apathy, or this shielded off from your heart space. That's what I'm getting, at least. Yeah, okay, that's all I'm getting. I'm not getting anything else from this. It's basically all I'm getting is just you being kind of distant from your own emotions, from your own emotional space, and from your own like intuition. Just more of that feminine energy, where you actually sense your feelings more and can interpret them more and realize what they mean. And again, we're talking about energies, we're not talking about gender. So even if you are a man, you still have feminine energy within you. So yeah, it's just kind of being more in touch with that feminine energy. Okay, let's look at the Two of Wands. By the way, if you can hear my stomach rumbling, then please try and ignore that. I really need to eat after I've done this reading. So anyway, starting with the Two of Wands, let's see. Please clarify the Two of Wands for me. Give me 2 cards for the Two of Wands. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, we have another 5 of Cups in reverse, and we have the Knight of Swords. More Gemini energy. Actually, a lot of Gemini has been coming through. At least that's what I feel like. And the 5 of Cups is, again, Scorpionic energy. It's at the bottom. Oh, 10 of Swords. More Gemini energy. Okay. So, yeah, you are definitely out to break free from this stagnancy, or this more like suppressing your emotional space, not letting your emotions come forward, and not sharing your emotions, or not even allowing yourself to feel your emotions. I feel like that's coming through as well. So you are definitely breaking free from that. You are so you're just like forcing your way through that, and like you're out to explore, basically. That's what you're out here to do. Do you see that? Do you see the intent and this like very sharp focus on this? Is it a lion? I don't know. It looks like a lion or a lioness, I should say, more specifically. But yeah, so there's a lot of determination. A lot of determination on this card. So yeah, you are so breaking free from this emotional oppression. And again, the 10 of Swords. So it does seem to me that there's been some kind of pain that maybe you haven't allowed yourself to feel and fully heal, or that you just haven't had the chance to. But there is some kind of ending here, something from the past. And the 10 of Swords is always very painful. So it's a painful ending that has taken place. And it can even just be like, if this was, if you're not actually resonating with any kind of like painful breakup or anything like that in your past, it could just be that you, even like whatever happened, and when you were forced to kind of like detach from your emotions, or like, again, because I feel that there's this like outside influence, or this outside pressure that has been affecting you from being in touch with your feelings. So even that can be a painful ending. You might not actually like realize it or feel it, because when you like put this wall up between like your mind and your consciousness and your actual heart space and feelings, if you like just suppress everything and you don't actually allow yourself to feel and be in touch with your feelings and emotions, that's actually painful as well. You're just not allowing yourself to feel it. So this could symbolize the disconnection as well that took place. But okay. Yeah, I want to find out more about this Justice, because I want to see if I can get any more information about this like outward force that I'm getting. And then we'll look at the 5 of Cups as well. But let's clarify Justice, please. Please clarify Justice for me. Did something turn over? I could have sworn it did. Okay, well, please clarify Justice for me. Give me 2 cards for Justice, please. We have the 10 of Cups, Piscean energy. Okay, could this have been family? Is it family? Let's see, one more. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, 7 of Wands. Oh my goodness, and the 10 of Wands at the bottom here. So you've had 3 10s come out, by the way. The 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups now. Okay, so it does kind of indicate to me that there may have been quite a lot of oppression from your family. That maybe like that's the kind of upbringing that you've been surrounded by, where you've just, okay, I don't want to say emotions are not tolerated, but just maybe like expressing yourself freely, or that there's been some kind of, that it almost like it hasn't been received well, or it's almost like frowned upon to show emotions freely or to be very emotional. I get a lot of like, I don't know why, but I get this like military vibe. I don't know why that's coming through. And this is very specific. So clearly this is not going to resonate with every single one of you. Or like even for a lot of you. I feel like this is for a very specific person, or maybe a couple of people. But I get this like military vibe, almost like, yeah, like with this Justice card, and now with the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Wands, I feel like that's almost like the kind of maybe your childhood, or like something to do with where you grew up, your upbringing, your family traditions, or the culture that existed in your family. Because of the Ten of Cups, I definitely feel like it's to do with family. And that's kind of because you were maybe raised in such an environment where you felt like you couldn't express yourself freely, or that emotions are frowned upon. It made you kind of shut it off somewhat, or it made you disconnect. Yeah. And oh my goodness, yeah, this Ten of Wands, I just feel oppression. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that makes sense. That you might actually feel a bit like distant and feel a stranger to your own emotions and feelings, and everything that's hidden in your emotional space, because it's almost like you haven't been allowed to explore it before, or you haven't like actually even realized that there is something to explore. It might be something that if you grew up in a home environment like that, and it seemed completely normal to you, and that's how you've always been operating from, this like more mentally driven space. But I feel like it's almost like you're waking up to this new side of yourself, or this new emotional part of you that you almost didn't even realize that existed before. But now you're like seeing how much love you have to give, or like you're actually recognizing this all this space, or this like non-existing. Okay, I don't want to say that. But it's almost like you're actually realizing all the potential that you could have in your love life, or like in just connections, like deep emotional connections with other people that you haven't explored before. And I feel like because the Knight of Swords is kind of aggressive, like slightly can be on the aggressive side, I do feel like it's almost like it's like realizing that, and everything that you could have had, or everything that you could have experienced, it feels like you've missed out on so much, and it's making you angry. It's pissing you off that you're realizing that. So now you are just very, very, very determined to break free from this conditioning that you've had, and this outward pressure. It might even be that you are, that's for very, very, very like few of you. For those of you who have maybe, like if this military story is you, then it could be that you're even breaking off relations with your family. But that's very specifically for only a couple of you. And especially if you feel this, if this military story resonates with you, or this like very strict upbringing. So yeah, you are definitely exploring. You are definitely exploring, and you're very determined to break free from that. Okay, I want to look at this Five of Cups as well. Please clarify the Five of Cups in reverse for me. Please clarify the Five of Cups in reverse. Oh, stop it. We have the Five of Swords, clarifying the Five of Cups, and we had the Five of Swords as your energy, or the energy of your love life, but it's in reverse, and in this case it's upright. So we have quite a lot of fives, by the way. Now, fives are, as a number, they talk about disruption, like challenge, obstacles, change. So, yeah, I feel like you're kind of breaking free from this. I feel like this Five of Swords is representing, again, the role of, well, yourself first and foremost, because you allowed yourself to go along with this conditioning, or it's almost like you're slightly mad at yourself that you didn't do anything sooner, or that you didn't realize it sooner, or something like that. But I feel like there's this like disappointment or anger or like irritation because of these outward forces that have made you kind of be disconnected from your emotional space. So that's kind of what you're letting go of. These more like negative feelings, anger, disappointment, hurt, sadness, all of that. Yeah, Eight of Swords. I feel like exactly you've been kind of stuck in that. You've been kind of stuck, and now you're breaking free from that. One more though, please. Please give me one more for the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is Aries energy. And we have the Star as the underlying energy, which is in reverse, and this is actually your energy. It's Aquarian, so. Okay, yeah, I feel like you're allowing this healing to happen, and I also kind of get a sense of like forgiveness with this as well, because as I said, I get this like irritation, or this anger and disappointment and frustration, and just a lot of these like more negative energies that are coming through. And as I said, I feel like in part you feel those kinds of emotions towards yourself, but you also feel that towards the external influences that forced you to, or that suppressed you some way, or that like didn't allow you to express yourself freely. So I feel it's almost like it's like this grief or this sadness that you may be feeling, or this like anguish that you may be feeling right now, about like how someone, and I feel like someone close to you, again, I get a lot, like a strong family sense from this, how someone close to you could have like played you, or like tricked you, or done something to hurt you. Probably, well, I hope non-intentionally. I feel like that's the kind of emotions that you're working through, that you're finding a way to forgive them, because again, you have so much love to give. You have so much love to give. And at least like now you are realizing the situation and you are changing it, right? Remember, you are coming out of it, you're changing it. You're changing the energy. But yeah, this Queen of Wands in reverse, it could be a maternal figure, but because it's the Queen of Wands in reverse, I just I feel like that maybe they weren't overly motherly. They weren't overly motherly. Now, if this Queen of Wands, if you yourself more resonate with this Queen of Wands energy, then it could also be that you are just that you are forgiving yourself, that you're coming out of this this energy of like beating yourself up for the ways that you yourself have stood in the way of your happiness. Wow. This is more on the heavier side, but again, I'm not surprised, because as I said, we are currently in Scorpio season, and Scorpio season tends to be the time when people like when all of these more dark and more underlying emotions surface and come up, so that we could become aware of them and that we could heal them. So yeah, this is the perfect time, the perfect energy to do this. But even if you're watching this and it is not Scorpio season anymore, like healing is good anytime. Healing is great anytime. So yeah, I just feel like right now, if you are watching this as it is Scorpio season, then these energies are just helping you a lot to deal with those more deep and more negative and more dark energies. But I want to see if I can get a couple more oracle, like just a couple more suggestions or anything like that for you, in the form of oracle cards. We're going to start off with the Work Your Light Oracle and see what that has to say. I just wanted to point out though, because I feel like maybe it didn't come through, but I feel like this is still really positive, because you're moving away from this oppressive energy. You're moving away from this, and your own energy is so beautiful, so beautiful. The Ace of Cups is just, it's gorgeous. And the Lovers in reverse, I feel like it's kind of just indicative of like maybe being a bit out of balance, but it's still the Lovers. It's still the Lovers. So it's just, I just get so much like heartfelt and sweet and just caring energy with this. So yeah, as I said, you are moving towards changing this state of being oppressed and suppressing your own emotions, and you are getting more in touch with them. And I do feel like it's that you are going to heal these past wounds, because we have the Five of Cups in reverse here. So you're going to be able to free yourself from that emotional distress or turmoil that may come up as you're exploring your feelings. Okay, but anyway, let's look at the oracle. Any additional messages for Aquarius regarding this spread? Oh, that is so interesting. For some reason, this turned out in the reverse, and it flew on the Justice card as the energy that you're walking away from. It says yes, just say yes. But because this is the Oracle deck, there are actually no reversals in this deck. I'm going to turn it upright, but it's interesting that it's so specifically turned itself around and turned upright. Okay, and the underlying energy is Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This is such a beautiful card. I love this energy. So yeah, definitely. As you are going through this, as you're exploring your emotions and everything that has been maybe hidden within you and that you maybe weren't even aware of, even though it may be difficult to face some of those things that come up and that come to the surface, you can do it. And you are not alone in that process. You are not alone, okay? Your ancestors and your spirit guides and your angels, you have so much like energetic support around you. So yes, just say yes. I feel like this is kind of, I get like two messages with this, because I do feel drawn to the fact that it kind of turned upside down, and specifically on this Justice card. So I feel like it's kind of like it's kind of a message tied to that maybe this was the kind of conditioning that you were forced to have, to kind of just agree with everything that was told to you, or everything that you felt that you needed to do, or everything, any like commands or any rules that were placed upon you, and you were just forced to go along with it, or you were just forced to accept blindly without giving any without being given any opportunity to actually go through what it is that you were being told to do, like, and to actually decide for yourself how you feel about the situation and how you feel about those rules and whether you want to obey them or not. So I feel like that's why that energy like came through as it turned itself upside down, and as it fell on this Justice card that you're leaving in the past. So that's one thing that I'm feeling, that you're releasing this, like just blindly obeying to this conditioning, breaking free from that. I'm always having to say yes to things, even if you maybe didn't want to. But the more positive message with this that I'm getting is that just say yes to your own emotions. Just open up, because look. These cards are so beautiful. Just look at these. Look at these. Do you see how gorgeous they are? It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So just say yes. Yes. Explore it. Go ahead. Take a deep dive and see what comes out. And again, you are so supported through this, right? Don't forget, you're so supported. I want to get one last oracle card for you from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. I am struggling so hard with words today again. It's very, very difficult for me to speak for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. Any last messages? Whoa. Okay. I'm not going to take those, but I am going to take this patience. And I actually love that this came out, because I do feel like that's exactly what is required here. Patience. But I don't want to see what they are. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to take them, but just I'm going to show them to you. We have blessings, we have transformation, not surprising, Scorpio season, and we have stillness. So yeah, I feel like you are moving towards so many great things. Oh, simplicity. We have simplicity at the bottom. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's just so gorgeous. I feel like things are going to get so much lighter, so much easier for you. You're going to feel so much better once you actually sift through all of this emotional baggage that you may be carrying with you, or that may be just lying dormant in you and that you may not even be aware of. But I feel like this is such a great reminder. Be patient, especially with yourself. Be patient as you're going through this, as you're exploring this, because just think back on like how many years you have lived with certain beliefs and certain values that have been taught to you, right? It's not easy to shift your perspective. It's not easy. It's not easy to release all of the old foundations that you have been attached to and that you have been standing on. So just be patient with yourself as you go through all this emotional stuff, and as you kind of learn to trust yourself more and to get more in touch with your emotions and to actually express your emotions more freely, to get the courage back to speak your truth and to speak about what it is that you want, what it is that you feel, what it is that you need, okay? And just know that your life is going to become much more simple. It's going to become so much more simple and so much more manageable and so much more understanding. That's interesting. Understandable. That's the word I wanted to say. So yeah, but I feel like it's going to be a process, and this healing is going to take some time, but ultimately it is all in your highest good. And again, remember, you are not alone in this, okay? And that's interesting. Behind that, we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And I feel like that's kind of tying in with this Justice card, or with the energy that you're leaving behind. So just remember to protect yourself, to protect your space, and don't allow these external forces to like manipulate with you or to force you into any kind of way of being that you actually don't want to be in, okay? So focus on being true to you, focus on finding out what your truth is, and just living in your truth, allowing yourself to be the way that you want to be and express yourself the way you want to express, okay? This is the most important card to me in this reading, the Ace of Cups, your energy. This is the focus for me. And yeah, it's just so hopeful and so loving, and I know you can do this. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. I really, really, really hope that this reading made sense to you and that you got something useful from this. There were a lot of places in this reading where I was kind of, I'm I'm not exactly sure whether this whole story made sense, but I'm hoping that it did to some of you. So if this was your story, if you resonated with this, please let me know in the comment section. And also if you found something useful and helpful from this reading, please give me a thumbs up as well. It would mean so much to me, and it would help other people find my channel more easily, and in that way I could hopefully help even more people. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed already and you do enjoy my energy and the kind of readings that I do, then please also consider subscribing to my channel so that you wouldn't miss out on my upcoming readings. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Be kind and gentle with yourself especially. And I'm hoping to see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.